welcome to the Four Chairs. Tonight's topic, Back to the Future. The whole series, 1, 2, 3. We're going to discuss a couple things that, A, actors, impact it had, remembrance of when we seen it. It was 1986. Just the overview of the movie in general, and then probably a couple things that you might not know about. So, let's go around the chairs. Driving. Boom! It appears. It's going 88 miles an hour, okay? It tears the front of your car off and keeps going.
By God, every last one of you out there, I will be there if it happens.
Like giant amp, just blast it and make something travel through time.
And you know there was one guy, they had the whole DeLorean idea. It's like, no, dude, we can sit in the refrigerator, just put wheels on it or something, you know? Make it go 88 miles an hour.
So, first things first. Back to the Future. I mean, honestly, I've watched them a lot of times. I just recently rewatched the movies completely. What do you guys remember? What really sticks with you? Besides the DeLorean. Everybody knows the car was like the biggest part of the movie, but I mean, really, what stuck with you? Like, biggest characters or something?
Well, of course, Marty, but, I mean, of course, he's the main character. But Doc Brown, craziest guy I've ever seen, really. I mean, who comes up with the type of shit that he does?
He was supposed to be like an A-bomb scientist or something like that somehow got kicked off the project for being too outlandish.
It's
pretty bad. It's pretty bad when the United States military is like, all right, whoa, dude, no. You're too out there. We're going to have to let you go. It's like, I'm creating a bomb to blow up every single last soul in about a 20-mile radius. And I'm outlandish. Okay, no problem. All right, see you guys. I'm gonna go invent a time machine.
Wait. To be fair here, I guess on the government's part, if we're gonna get into that, the man created a machine to read thoughts that didn't read thoughts. His only friend is a dog.
Hey, that dog is smart.
I want to know.
And a random high school kid. No less.
What experiment was he doing when he got on top of his toilet and hung a clock and somehow slipped and fell and hit his head?
He was probably trying to develop the time-traveling toilet. That way he can literally take his shit.
Travel. He said he didn't even think about time travel until the day he fell.
I was actually going to say, maybe he's wanting to, you know, have like a portal to go back in time, take his shit in his toilet, and have it drop on that general's head. It's like, take that, buddy!
Could have been serious and was just like, seeing how much
maybe he just wanted to put a clock over his toilet.
See how much time he wastes taking crap in his house, you know? Who knows?
Hey, busy man, got a lot of inventions to do, man. You can't take 20 minutes to take a shit or something like that. Man, you just walk in there, gotta take a quick piss, alright, I wasted 30 seconds.
And we're good every day. Let's just do it that way.
Yeah. I was like, wasted 30 seconds, up, behind schedule by 20 seconds. Gotta go. I don't know.
Personally, one of the things that really that I really like about the whole show in general is how he goes back and he's just trying to figure things out, and he immediately runs into this culture shock where everything's turned around, and before he even figures out what's going on, he's already doomed his existence.
Because he met his parents.
Yeah, you met his parents.
That actually has to be brought up. 1986, that's what we're talking here. Like 1986 is when the release date was for the first movie. The makeup is phenomenal. It's outrageous. The same three actors that play Biff, the mom, and the dad, they also play it in all three parts. Like when they're the younger kids, it's the same actors. The older people, it's the same actors. Like, that's unreal. When I was younger, I swore. I thought for sure that it was just people that looked kind of alike, because the makeup was near flawless. And usually you can see where the problems come in on makeup, especially older movies. If you're talking 80s and whatnot, like there was a real stupid movie I seen back in the 80s where like this black guy was supposed to turn white, and it was remarkably bad. It was called The Watermelon Man. Don't watch it. It's bad. But let's get back to this. No one wants to know about that crappy movie, okay?
No more wasting film.
It's wasting time.
The film has been wasted, lit on fire, and then, danced around. It's done. Life's good now. No more bad movie.
There's
Back to
very
the
little
movie.
flaws in the movie, is the thing that always caught my attention. I've always been really big into storyline, and I always found it really interesting that it was so well written. From start to finish, there are so many clues and tags and just little things in the movies that you'd imagine should have been overlooked or not
Well,
thought
for
of.
me, like, one of the biggest things is how, like, every single time they time travel, it's in the same city, like the same town, and it's just like every single little thing that happens in the town is different, and like you have to pay attention to everything that happens.
Well, the biggest
During
thing
the time
with that,
travel.
sorry for cutting you off,
Oh, it's okay.
but the biggest thing with that is time travel doesn't mean you're going to jump from, we'll say for, like, instance, if somehow we had time-traveling car, which, in my opinion, would be pretty badass. We decide, all right, it's, 2010, let's jump back in time 20 years, just to go, take a look at ourselves or something like that. We're not going to immediately go from, Peoria to Washington, D.C. by some accident. We're actually going to go right back in time.
I
the
wasn't
exact
saying that. It was just
exact
cool
spot we
how,
are.
like, seeing, like, the past of one town, and like, the past of the town, and then seeing how it is.
Yeah,
Actually,
even going-
all
that
the
does make
50s,
sense.
all the 50s were filmed first.
Mhm.
Actually, they built a giant production stage on the lot, and originally they didn't tear the lot down for many, many years. It's actually in a bunch of other movies, like the Clock Tower and whatnot, is a stage building. And I think it was in a couple like Bill Murray movies and things like that, in the backgrounds and everything, so you could still see that they had a hard time parting with what they created. But they built the 50s set, filmed all the 50s scenes, and then actually brought in like hoses and whatnot, and literally tore it up. Like a 20-year shock. They sprayed garbage and filter and just nasty paint and stuff like that, and purposely tore the set apart to create a 20-year decay. That was just, like, there's just little things in there like that that they paid so close attention to detail. When he goes back, and Old Man Peabody, and he runs over the tree, like, that was a big effect. I mean, it doesn't seem like it, but that was a big, big, big deal. It changed the actual name of the mall. Like, at the start of the mall, it's Twin Pines Mall, until he comes back, and it's Lone Pines Mall.
Because he hit the first tree.
Because he hit the tree, and it seems so minuscule, but...
But then all of a sudden, they can't
And
call
to
it.
the farmer, it's even minuscule. It's you destroyed one of my pine trees.
Oh,
But
well.
it didn't have anything to do with the future because the future didn't exist yet.
Exactly.
I always wanted to know how the doctor burned his house down.
Yeah, that's definitely something.
He didn't have a small property either. Like,
No.
what was it? How big was his property?
It's
Oh.
430 acres.
That's
that he
ridiculous.
had.
430
That's
acres?
ridiculous.
He burns down his house, which is this palatial, multi-million-dollar mansion, and he banishes himself to his
Garage.
two-stall garage
his shed,
and sells
pretty
the
much.
rest of it to.
I know what it was.
to
The
town.
clock that he
Yeah.
put in his bathroom. The,
No.
No, it was actually a bomb. Okay.
If
You
I
know
had to
about
guess,
it.
if I had to guess, I'll tell you what burned his house down. In the very first time you see the doctor, when he does the epic door open,
Oh, yeah, there's smoke popping out
He
of
has that
there.
ridiculous
He's got that.
machine.
Yeah.
and it's like smoking really bad, like it's ready to catch on fire. Just the
Well,
stuff
I noticed
that was
there's a bunch of there's this bunch of smoke. I was just watching the movie earlier. There's a bunch of smoke as he's doing the whole mind control machine. There's smoke off in the
that's
background.
the machine
That's just
I'm
something.
talking about.
But what the hell is up with most of his inventions bursting into flames anyways? I mean, hell, look at it. It's like you got the mind control thing, burst into flames.
Well, we didn't
You got a
actually
bunch of-
see it.
I wanna
the
talk
thing
about
was
the
smoky.
Okay, the mind control machine. Even if it did work, would you ever wear it? That thing's like fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's just like,
Yeah.
behold, giant mind controlling hat thing. Here, just wear this. It's good for you. It
In
protects you.
Soviet Russia, this is how we roll.
Yeah. In Soviet Russia, helmet wear you.
Oh. Anyways, guys, we're gonna get out. We're gonna get out of here. This is gonna be a 6-part movie. Please check out part 2. Just stick with us, okay? 6 parts.